Now I'm ready.
There you go.
Greetings and salutations,
That was
everybody.
good
Welcome in
timing.
today for the 78th episode of the Pod Ones podcast. I'm your host, Char J, joined by my co-host, Luke,
How's it going, everybody?
and Hereth Productions.
What's up, everyone? Remember, it's Luke's birthday, so annoy him like hell in the chat. Thank you.
Yes, today's Luke's birthday, and we wish him a very happy, I don't know, what is it, 50? I don't know. But,
He's ancient.
but anyways, today we're going to be talking about Season 2, Episodes 11 and 12. 11 is titled Legacy, and Episode 12 is titled A Princess on Lothal. This episode's going to be all about Ezra's history and his parents, and a lot about Leia. And this is one of my favorite arcs, and I'm so excited to talk about it today. We do have a handful of guests on, so
Yeah,
we're
it's
going
the
to
most we've had in a while.
Yeah, we haven't had more than 3 guests in I don't know how long, but
Yep.
yeah, we have a whole party today, and not just a party for Luke's birthday, but a party for this episode specifically. So, all right, Luke, Hereth, are we ready to get the show running?
Yep.
All right, let's go.
The Jedi Knights are all but destroyed, and yet your task is not complete, Inquisitor. The Emperor has foreseen a new threat rising against him. The Podwans Podcast.
We are back, and our first guest today, she has been on a lot of our own shows. For our Clone Wars rewatch, she has appeared on episode 28, Sphere of Influence, episode 42, the Zygeria arc, episode 47, the Onderon arc, and episode 53, the Clovis arc. For our Rebels rewatch, she has appeared on episode 60, Spark of Rebellion, episode 64, Breaking Ranks, episode 70, Siege of Lothal, episode 72, Always Two There Are, and episode 77, Future of the Force. Whew, Jesus. Let's bring in Alanis and Kyber.
Hello.
Also known as the fourth.
I mean, you did
Remember-
fire me, so
There was
3.5.
there was no firing. Nothing of the sort. Stop putting fake news out there. Okay, it's
my
hard
favorite
enough to
hobby.
get. It's so hard to get right news. Okay.
Are we sure she is the fourth honorary member or the substitute member? Because whenever Char and I are out, it's always Alanis.
Yeah, that is true.
Yes.
Being one half of the greatest duo in Star Wars couple history, like I can't help that.
Or some people call it the worst kept secret out Star Wars Celebration. So
Yeah, that is true. That is true. It was real it was giving Anakin and Padme.
it was.
Everyone
Yeah,
was
but
like,
we're-
we're just
Or
gonna
Obi-Wan
look
and
the other
Satine.
fucking way.
Yeah, exactly. But we're Obi-Wan and Satine
Yeah.
deep down
Mostly-
inside.
What?
I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, where can the good people follow you?
You can follow me at Kyber on everything. You can also listen to me over at Sith Face Podcast. We actually dropped our first YouTube video. We reacted to the holiday special, and you can subscribe to us and watch that over at Sith Face Media on YouTube. Hell yeah.
Very funny. I'm not getting lit on fire, Chris. It's not happening. So stop requesting.
You know we're gonna keep
All
pushing on it until
We'll do
London.
it.
It's
Yeah,
either
all
okay.
right.
I will make no. Hold on. I will make a announcement. One announcement. It's either I get thrown in fire or I do Agent Callus. So there are your options. I
Chris,
know
we
which
going
one-
50-50 on gasoline?
Why am I not surprised?
I thought you were gonna go fine. Screw you, Chris, Agent Callus, but I was not expecting that one.
That was my plan.
Gotta
is
switch
that-
it up, people. Gotta switch it up.
You gotta be
people.
unpredictable.
You gotta switch it up. All right. Anyway, before because we got a little bit more people in here, make sure to wish Luke a happy birthday today. Today he turned 63, so please let him know down below in the comments because it would make him very happy. All right.
Oh
Anyway,
my God.
our
or
second
you can
guest
like
on-
the stream.
you can do that too, but wish Luke a happy 60th birthday. Anyway, our second guest on today, she has made her first appearance on our Clone Wars rewatch in episode 13 of Blue Shadow Virus. She has been on episode 47, the Onderon arc, and for Rebels, she has appeared in episode 70, Siege of Lothal, and episode 76, Stealth Strike. Let's introduce the semifinalist of our Star Wars trivia tournament, Kier at Manaclorian.
Hi, hello. Wow, I didn't realize I'd been on that often, but yeah, I guess so, huh? Good to
Hey,
be
you're
back.
like a regular.
Aw.
You're like it's like I feel like the podcast now is becoming like Cheers, and everybody's like Norm. Just everybody just starts showing up.
Yeah. Well, happy birthday, Luke.
Thank you.
I don't
I
have a party
appreciate
hat,
that.
but I
I
have this.
look
So this
I
is
look-
what I'm wearing for your birthday.
I look pretty good for 60 though. Don't you
You
think?
do. You look great 60. Yeah.
I think I have the power of God and anime on my side, as they would say. But hey,
Okay.
you know, that's my
We'll go with
that's my thing. Kia, where can the good people follow you?
Mandalorian at TikTok and Instagram and Twitter. So
There you go.
yeah.
There you go. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate you. Oh, well, same Z's for Alanis, but I didn't think I'd have to say that because she knows that every day. So there you go. Anyway.
Good save.
All right, our third guest today. Our next guest has made appearances on episode 52, the Fives arc, and she was on for our Dark Disciple episode. Let's bring in Ari at the Millennium Pod.
Real quick, Ari.
Hello.
Might I just say that has never been aired?
It's the unaired episode of the Pod Ones. Maybe it will come out one day. Who knows?
You know what? That episode, it was good. It was a fun conversation for us to have together.
Yeah.
And we talked about what was
Yeah.
the best sex scene in Star Wars, and we all decided it was Lost Stars for Luke.
It's true. It's true.
What did
Yeah,
I
one
do?
day,
wrong, though.
one
Luke
day
was
that
wrong.
Dark Disciple episode will drop. I mean, we did record it like what 3-4 months ago.
It was
Oh,
just
like-
in a lot of content. It just got lost in the shuffle.
It did. It'll eventually come out. You know, maybe on Patreon. Eventually, if we ever do those.
Ooh.
Hey, don't,
Like an only
What?
fan.
Patreon?
You can only get the talk of Ari's sex scene, Ari's favorite sex scene in Star Wars on Patreon at Podwans.
Good save. You
Yeah.
almost just made that a disaster.
It's
almost-
yeah, you almost did.
It was
But
like
it's
it was
okay.
like
I
crashing.
thought you were about to say something else.
Same.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
yeah, no. But Ari, where can the good people follow you on the social medias?
The good people can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at millenniumpod_. I have a podcast. It's kind of dead right now because I'm very busy, unfortunately. But if you want to listen to old episodes, if you like listening to my beautiful voice, you can just search up the Millennium Pod on Spotify and Apple and give those bad boys a listen too.
So, suggestion: when you do bring it back, take the clip of Palpatine and Rise of Skywalker, and it's just like it's like your face, and you're like lifting, and then all of a sudden, like all the Star Destroyers are just like your logo.
That is good. I'm definitely gonna have to do that.
Hey, that's I mean, just throwing out great ideas today. I don't know.
You're just made of great ideas. It must be because you're so old.
I know.
Yeah.
So old and wise.
I know.
That's so good.
You know,
Like,
Luke just looks better than Alec Guinness.
I do. I do. I look better than Ewan McGregor, and he's probably 10 years.
I don't
younger.
know about that one.
Alanis.
Alrighty.
I don't know about that one. Ewan McGregor is a very, very hunky man.
Yeah, that one's a little bit of a stretch.
Mm,
Yeah,
mm.
a little bit too far there.
He tried to sneak it in there.
You know, just once. Just once. All
It's
right.
his birthday. Maybe we can just let him get away with it. I don't know.
No.
No, absolutely fucking not.
Okay.
Because why? Come on. Can't have anything nice nowadays. But Ari, thank you for coming on. We appreciate it. It's always
Anytime.
awesome to have you on.
All right, our fourth guest coming on today is she has been on episode 34, the Night Sister arc, and episode 45, the Bounty Hunter arc of our Clone Wars rewatch. Let's bring in Liv at Kyber Crystal Designs.
Hello.
How's it going, Liv?
Going pretty good.
I like to always brag that we were Liv's first podcast. So,
Yes.
and me and Char also got her name wrong and called her Liz.
I was
So
gonna
that
say,
also
isn't
great.
that the one where?
I didn't even notice that. That
Char, it was in the 12-hour stream.
Yeah,
know,
because
I
you pronounced
know.
Liv's name wrong, and then Luke pronounced my name wrong.
Hey, we were just batting
okay.
0
See,
that
you
day.
see, you see, here's the thing. I just mixed up her name by a letter. Luke just couldn't pronounce your name.
All right.
Hey, Char, I think
It's
it was
my
more worse
goddamn
than
birthday.
Alanis because Liv is 3 letters.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I will not have any more
Liv
slander.
and Liz sound very, very familiar. Very very
They do,
similar.
and
I'm
as I pointed
sorry.
out earlier, there's more Liz's than Livs, so I'll give you that.
That's fine. That's a fair critique. I wasn't able to say my girlfriend's name for about a solid 3 months. I will take the L on that one, but I got it down now. Okay, all right. That's all that matters. But
All
Liv,
right.
where can the good people follow you?
The good people can follow me at Kyber Crystal Designs on TikTok and Instagram. I make Star Wars art and costumes and all that fun stuff.
She makes great
Awesome.
art, and she actually sent Luke and I a piece
Oh,
of her own
yeah,
art
that's
that she
right.
sent a print of.
I
It was
didn't
I
remember
don't
where I
know if
put
I
it.
can. Me
I
too.
got it
It's
somewhere. I
it's
promise.
somewhere in my cabinet.
I
But
think
it
I
was
was
a,
using
it was
it
a
as
very
a
cute
bu- as a
picture of
book.
Ahsoka and Grogu.
I think I was using it as a bookmark,
Nice.
honestly, and it works as
That's
a
a pretty
bookmark.
big
It is. It's a
bookmark,
perfect
but
size
it's
for that.
nice.
What can I say? Always. I don't know where I'm going with that. Never mind. But
anyway,
thanks, Liv, for coming.
our
on.
final
Appreciate
guest
it.
is going crazy backstage. I see him.
He's a dancing
Um,
female.
But our fifth and final guest, he made his first appearance for our roundtable discussion for Book of Boba Fett Chapter 5, and he's made his debut for our show in episode 72, Always Two There Are. Let's bring in my fellow Spartan 2, Jesse and mentally ill Sith Lord. Sorry about that.
I'm so offended that you chose Spartan 2 because I like Spartan 3's better.
Boo!
Boo you.
Oh my God,
Boo
Jesse,
you.
where can the good
We all
people
know
follow
they're
you on the
better.
social medias?
On TikTok at Mentally Ill Sith Lord and Twitter at Mentally Ill Sith.
And you can also find him as Gonkatine.
You can't find me as Gonkatine, but I am the this.
He's the mastermind behind the
Yeah,
whole shebang.
So Lego Star Wars, please send me a Lego Gonkatine. I would love that. Love that so much.
Oh
Just get a
man.
gong droid and spray paint it red. That's all you got to do.
That's a bad idea. I might die.
Let's go through the chat. Darthman86 Kenny, your early crew. He's always here like 10 minutes before, 5 minutes before. So you gotta always highlight his stuff. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Chris, obviously it's a dope ass intro because you were the one that made it, and we appreciate you making that. I really do appreciate that. Michelle, thank you for the birthday wishes. Vanessa, Scacolosi, part of the Scacolosi gang. You had that on your bingo card. You should have had that on your bingo card. If you didn't, then you stink. Chris again saying bestie to Alanis. Again, Alanis gets all the shine when it's my
Besties.
birthday. Just saying. I am the main show. Just kidding. I'm not the main show. I am not here. I'm not the main show. She is number 4. Thank you, Carter. They fly now. Check it out on our channel. The first episode is dropping when, Hereth?
It's done. I just need to make the thumbnail
Upload
for
it.
Yeah.
Awesome. We'll be on the lookout for that. Anybody need well, I'm getting called Grandpa. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Vanessa, thank you for the birthday wishes. I mean, I'm always yelling Kier because Kier's just the best. So that's awesome. Kier. More people yelling Kier. It's awesome. Alanis said Kier and I get shit done. That is very true. I mean, who are you gonna call? You're not gonna call the Ghostbusters. You're gonna call Kier and Alanis, and they'll take care of it. That's exactly why. And just more. Oh God, mob. Scacolosi, Vanessa. Now I have to say, you talking to me? Are you talking to me? All right, I'll get off my soapbox. But that's everybody. Thanks everybody for coming. If you would be so kind to like the stream, it would help us out tremendously. But
and if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel. But
yeah,
Luke, before we dive into our show, we have
we're gonna derail it. Yeah, we gotta derail it here. We gotta derail it.
We have a little bit of a little
thing
video for you. A little something for you.
What the fuck is this?
I think it's gonna be very, very interesting, and I'm excited to see what your reaction is to it. All right, Hereth, we ready?
Just give me like 3 seconds. It's my computer's being weird.
Okay, because Luke, we
Long story
Alanis-
short, this is
Alanis
why
did something. Alanis did something.
She's been working on it
you've-
so long.
If you didn't notice, you haven't been in my Twitter circle for a while now.
No, obviously not. I didn't even know that you were into me until you had to throw it right in my face.
Yeah, it's actually pretty great. It makes doing things like this so much fucking easier. Anyway, I asked people to send in little snippets, little
You're gonna make me
videos,
cry. God
Yes.
damn you.
wishing you a happy birthday. And I guess before we play it, if you know anything about Luke and I, you know that I can't be nice to him for more than like 30 seconds, but I can try for 31 seconds. But all of these people who are in this video in some way met Luke, passed through Luke, gained friendships, relationships through Luke, through this little weird niche corner of the internet that he has helped foster. So these are some friends of the podcast who love you as much as I do.
Hey, Liv, look what that is.
Yeah.
No, just play it. Play it. Play it. I can't hear it.
Wait. Was there something I didn't know?
No. Don't
Okay.
worry about it. We'll tell you when you're older. Send it to me and I'll put it. Send it to me and I'll put it in.
I tried to share the screen via file, and it for whatever reason it gave me an error. So I was like, share my screen that way.
What?
What? Okay, send it to me and I'll put it into the thing. But okay, we'll get back to that. Sorry, that was a misfire. I'm sure it's gonna be great. But okay, since we have a whole bunch of here, this will help. Okay, okay, so on the theme of birthdays, right? If you had to invite anybody from the Star Wars universe to your birthday, you only get to pick three people. Three people. Who are you asking and why? I'm gonna go with Jesse first.
Bro.
And Nightwing is not an option.
Oh, that's rude. Bro, this doesn't help. All my favorite characters, excluding Leia, are horrible people. So
It'd be a very interesting party.
yeah, if we just go off my top three, we got Darth Maul, then we have Darth Malgus, and then we have Leia. So
That's an interesting party. That's an interesting party.
I don't know if I'd survive it, but yeah.
I will move it to Liv.
Oh, okay. I definitely want Hondo there because he knows how to party.
Very true.
And I'd want Obi-Wan there so that Hondo could annoy Obi-Wan because I think that'd be very funny. I don't know who I'd want as a third person there. Maybe Ahsoka, because I love Ahsoka, and she's on my hat tonight.
I like that.
There you go.
I like that.
I like that too. Kier.
I'm gonna invite Din Djarin, and then obviously Grogu.
Yeah.
He comes with, the kid goes where he goes, and then a babysitter for Grogu, so Din and I can go have fun in the other room.
Absolutely iconic. Absolutely iconic.
Yeah.
Hold on here. File save. Babe, what would I've already said it. Screw it.
That's fine.
What would you choose?
I would just invite 3 Loth cats. That's it.
What?
That's all. That's
Not
what I
even
want at a
Agent
party.
Callus? What are you kidding me?
No. I want 3 of them because here's the thing. I could invite 2 and Agent Callus, but that's not enough. If you put a Loth cat in front of me, you could put Thrawn could be naked, holding like I don't know, holding like a really good blue milk, and I still would pass and go to the Loth Cat. So I'm inviting 3 Loth Cats, and we're gonna party.
Okay. Ari.
I think I would invite Rey Skywalker because she's my favorite and it's my birthday, so I want to hang out with her. And then also BB-8 because I love that stupid little rolling ball and I think he's so funny. Third person? I don't know. Those were just the first two that came to my head. Probably Qui-Gon because that means he's alive, and as most of y'all know, he's also my favorite, and I love that man so much. My space dad. Anyway,
Truly.
yeah.
There you go. Hereth.
I gotta go with the basic bitch answer. Hondo. Come on, you'd be a complete vibe.
That's fair. That's fair. Who are the other two?
Oh shit, I forgot 3. I was so busy on like doing something else. I was like, oh wait.
He just wants 3 Hondos.
Exactly. Jesse gets it. Just triple them and add triple the chaos.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Can I make it a slide? No.
What are
No.
you trying to do?
Luke, just let me. I already have the handbrake file.
Oh, okay. Then go ahead. Sorry. Char, who would you have?
Well, I would say Count Dooku, just because of like his because I feel like he would have very nice gifts. After watching that recent Bad Batch episode, we know he can give me nice
smelly
gifts.
Nebraska.
Oh. Oh.
Hey, it's still loading on my end. So don't
good
play
save.
it.
Good save.
Keep going, Char.
I'd say Dooku because I know that he'll give me nice gifts. I would also say Jabba the Hutt because he'd be like the clown for everyone. He'd just be like ha 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 ha, and people would be like, oh, look at him. Look at that big SOB there. And then I just need someone that would be the life of the party. It would probably be Elon Sleaze Pagano to sell death sticks to everybody.
Ooh,
That'd be a move.
yeah.
Oh,
So, yeah, those are my 3.
Thank you so much, Pep.
Thanks, Pep,
and
for the
Dan.
$20.
Yeah,
Jesus, you
major
had to do that.
thanks.
I appreciate that.
Wow.
Since it is my birthday, and obviously Alanis would be with me for my birthday, I would choose Callus so that she could have somebody else to look at besides my ugly mug.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't choose him. That's the one person you're getting. So be happy, be grateful.
That's fair.
The other ones are
That's
mine.
fair.
I would choose I'd have to go Anakin Obi-Wan because I'd love to see them just yell at each other. And those are my 2
I think that is a
characters, so-
fair choice all around.
Well, we already know how Obi-Wan is in the club, so.
Oh, yeah.
Just the meme of like Obi-Wan with the money.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I think we've got the thing figured out. So go ahead and have that add to the stream.
Yeah, let's run it.
Birthday, you smelly Nebraskan.
Luke,
Still loading for me.
it
Everybody
is
else
your
see it?
birthday.
Yep.
Yeah.
Happy
I'm not
birthday,
seeing
buddy.
it yet.
I hope you
my
have
internet,
a
sorry,
birthday
guys.
that's wonderful and filled with love and kindness.
What you're
that
such.
you
I
try
love
to
how your
spread.
internet's just not working.
Okay.
Happy birthday, you
I got it. I got it. Let me.
Okay. All right.
All right.
smelly Nebraskan.
Luke,
Why am I not
it
surprised?
is your birthday.
Oh God.
Happy
Chris.
birthday, buddy. I hope you have a birthday that is wonderful and filled with love and kindness that you try to spread throughout this community. And, I gotta say, I gotta give you a little preparation warning. You're getting kind of up there, buddy. You're getting to that age where your back might start hurting a little bit, and your knees might start hurting, and your knees can't
Does
be
hurt.
hurting in this Megan Thee Stallion era. So, you gotta get it popping with that icy hot, buddy, and start stretching a bit more because
Jesus.
it's coming for you. But love you, man. You my peoples. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Luke. Hope your day is super rad.
Hey, Luke. Today's your big day. I was thinking about making some jokes about your birthday wishes because, everyone in our community makes jokes about you. But I think I'm going to be a bit more serious for mine. I just want to say thank you for being such an important part of my life, not just as a co-host for Podwans, not just as a fellow Star Wars content creator, but as a friend. because you've gotten me through some hard times, and you've been there for me when you didn't have to be. So I just want to say thank you for that. And also, I'm so happy we've made it so far with Podmons. I couldn't have done it without you, and I'm so glad that we have pushed our goals so far into where we are now. But I just want to say happy 45th birthday. And I love you. Bye, King.
Oh my god.
Happy birthday, Luke. I don't know how they celebrate in the great state of Nebraska, but I hope it's full of all of your favorite things from Star Wars and maybe corn. Have a great day.
Happy birthday, Luke, from the daughter of Alanis and V. I hope that you are having a fantastic day, and just remember that you are another year closer to dying. Congratulations.
Happy birthday, Luke. I know it's going to be kind of counterproductive because you're not actually going to be on the episode when it's your birthday, but you know what? For shits and giggles, I decided to do this. So, again, I always like to tell this story because I think I find it just really funny. How I met Luke was through Choco's public server. And again, I remember this vividly because Carter and I were planning an episode for They Flying Out the Time. This was when I was in its early stages, like we were just starting. And Carter goes, hey, this guy named like Legan2123 just DM'd me wanting to talk about Rebels on his podcast. And I literally go to Carter and go, man, I don't know this guy. That kind of seems sketch as hell. You probably shouldn't do it. And
Hey,
he's like, no,
stranger
I'm gonna go
danger,
on. It's gonna be
people.
fun. And I was like,
Y'all didn't
okay.
listen.
Anyway, he had fun on the episode, and we were planning our Vader episode for They Fly Now. And again, at that point, I thought we had a stacked cast of creators because we had like 2 amazing creators. We had like Eggy and Zell, and I was just like, yeah, this cast is stacked as hell. We can't really add anyone else to the list because, you know, these 2, they just know their shit about Anakin. And again, Luke went through the doc and was like, no, I want to be on for Anakin in classic Luke style, you Anakin stan. He was like, I want to be on for Anakin. And I was like, okay, if you really want to be on that badly. And again, he came on, completely did a really good job of that episode. Like, I still think it's one of Luke's best podcast episodes. And I was like, no, I like this guy. Over time, slowly but surely, again, I was active with him in his server. I turned into his editor. Friendship is fucking born, just like that. So, again, happy birthday, Luke. I hope you're really enjoying this episode. Pretty sure that everyone else is probably going to be roasting you on your birthday segments. I didn't. I could have, but you know me. I'll do it on the episode.
Hey, Luke. We wanted to wish you happy birthday. Someone wants to say happy birthday. Happy birthday, Luke.
Thanks, Chewie.
Thank you, Chewie.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you. That's awesome. I can't believe we got the Ari on to do it. That was pretty amazing. Remy, I am coming for you. Just know that. Char, I'm not even gonna lie, I was giving you shit for not doing anything, but you
That's
got me
why when you were
musty-eyed.
bitching to me before, I was like, I don't know, maybe he's gonna wait for the podcast. Maybe
Exactly.
he's gonna tell you in person. He was literally shitting on you so hard before.
I'm not even gonna lie.
He
I
was so upset.
I was like, I haven't even heard from Char.
Yeah, he was like,
Fuck.
he didn't even like text me, like he knows it's my birthday, and I'm like,
So, Luke,
I don't
I've ever heard
know.
of a surprise party.
Yeah.
Like, people are
Is
like,
this
oh
my
wow, why is no one
surprise
saying
party?
anything to me? And then right at like a sudden moment, everyone's like, happy birthday.
But
Hence this.
I really appreciate all the sentiments. Yeah, I haven't had a birthdays were never really that big of a deal to me. But I guess now with having like the found family, like I'm still really close with my family, obviously, and I love them unconditionally. But like all of you are now my found family, and I appreciate everything that you guys have done for me, and yeah. But we're gonna get through the mushy stuff now. Thanks, Pep. I appreciate
man.
that. I appreciate that a lot.
Awesome.
But what I should have done instead of asking the birthday question, I should have done the 2 sentences or less for the arc. So
I say get right into it.
all right,
We got some icebreakers going.
yeah.
The
So
icebreaker was, breaking the ice for the
Luke.
party.
yeah, for mushing me up. So thanks for that. But let's get into the story of this episode. Joke's on you. I already have. Anyway. But we were talking about episodes 11 and 12, Legacy and Princess on Lothal. I like to call it the Leia arc. When I was doing the when I had started making the schedule, I had Carter kind of break down, because he's obviously more of the Rebels people. And I was like, so I think these two episodes go together, and they sort of do, but they sort of don't at the same time.
They do have connective tissue.
Yeah, they have connected tissue with her seeing him with his parents and everything like that. But basically the first episode is Ezra getting a vision of his parents being alive. So they do some more digging, and obviously from the last episode, the Empire is now coming to Gorel. Man, I'm solid today. Usually I forget these things.
Birthday miracle.
I know, right? It's a great thing. And they have to escape, and that leaves Lothal wide open to, like, they can now go and Kanan and Ezra can now go into Lothal and figure this out. Well, they do. In the process, they find the old governor, Ryder, right?
Yeah, Ryder Azadi.
Ryder Azadi. And he tells Ezra that his parents did not make it, but they had heard his message. Which is kind of ironic, because we hear the message of obviously from season 1, and then also around canonically, the Andor stuff has already happened. Like Aldani has happened. All of these things have happened around the same time where prison breaks are happening. So my first question, oh shoot, I didn't even have oh my god, I can't believe I just
you just were so surprised by the surprise.
I was
birthday.
sorry. No, I got it. Don't worry. In this first episode arc, the first episode of this arc, Ezra gets hope that his parents are still alive, when he ultimately finds out that they are in fact dead. How do you think that affects him throughout the rest of the series? Because most of us have seen how it affects him throughout the series, so I just thought it was a good question to ask. I can't believe I just said that. But anybody take it away.
Yeah, well, I mean, his parents are dead. That sucks.
Yeah.
No, I think it was a really like moving moment for Ezra, because I think he was kind of holding himself back by holding on to the hope of his parents, which sounds awful. But I think once he kind of learned to let go is when he really was able to start growing. Brooke, I was going to make a joke and I had to hold back.
You two and your dead parent jokes. Not appropriate at this time.
I was being good.
That's true. I'll give you that. Kier, what are your thoughts?
I think it's a huge arc, right? So it starts off, I think, a lot of things for Ezra. I think it's something that's super important for him. It's his core driving force, I think. And so there's a lot that goes on in this episode, but then there's also a lot that I think affects future episodes going forward. So it's exciting. It's exciting to rewatch, really, because you know where it's going to go, right? And so you know how much it's going to affect Ezra. And I don't want to get ahead, but the next episode, like his moments with Leia and all of that, is just so incredible. So we can get into that more, but it's important. It's cool to see.
Yeah, Jesse.
Well, I was rewatching this. I was half paying attention. But this,
I love it.
I like, because I rewatched Rebels not that long ago, like the whole thing, and not the whole thing. Shout out to my friend who still has not finished it with us. I hate you. Anyway, the point in this episode where he realizes his parents are like, it's not only just like this big moment for Ezra, it's a turning point in the show overall, because Ezra's quest for the past like season and a bit, regardless of what he's actually been doing, in his mind has been like, my parents are still out there and I still need to find them. I still need to make sure they're okay. And this was kind of like that, kind of an answer, not the answer he was looking for, but also it's kind of that semi-hopeful answer that despite your parents not being here, they died proud that you were able to convey this message that they put into you. And it's kind of like, he doesn't really openly say it, but you can kind of tell Ezra carries this weight of like, my parents died proud of me and I did something that they would have wanted me to do. And in a lot of ways, that probably would have been better than finding his parents in that prison in that state, because the last memory he has is that they heard this message and they're like, wow, my son did this for the whole galaxy. We did a good job despite the Empire catching up to us.
Yeah, absolutely. And it does play a pivotal part in his arc throughout the entire series. Liv?
Yeah, I agree. It's a big turning point for him. He's finally able to put this behind him as much as he can, and move forward with everything else he has to tackle in the series.
Ari left the best for last.
Yeah, I'm loving everything that's being said. I think that throughout the show, he has this motivation to be part of the rebellion, in whatever capacity, you know, the Ghost Crew is part of it. But I do think that this is like a shift in like his motivations for why, right? Like before, there's that subconscious piece of, okay, I know my parents were rebels in a sense, so maybe if I join this, I can find them, right? And then this is the episode where it's really shown like, I'm here because I want to find my parents, and then obviously it doesn't work out as one would want it to. But then I think knowing that his parents heard that message and knowing that kind of he put that message out because it's something that his parents had done. We find that out like in the episode where he actually shares the message, I think allows him to move forward with the rebellion as kind of like a way of honoring his parents and carrying them with him rather than always searching for them, because obviously now he knows they're not there.
No, yeah, and I think it's very, very important for him because and it's almost like in his Jedi training, right? He's obviously taught to not have attachments, and that's his biggest thing is his family. Just like obviously the Skywalker saga, the Skywalkers struggle with attachments. They always do. Like that's their Achilles heel, and I feel like that's a big thing throughout the saga, including this show, is family. Family is at the forefront of everything that is Star Wars, and I think that's very important that we do still see that, even in loss, because it does make Ezra a better person, a better Jedi at towards the end of the series, because he knows what loss is, he knows what he's fighting for, and I feel like if he hadn't had that closure, his motivations in the later seasons wouldn't be as strong, if that makes any sense. Unless I'm completely off base.
No, I feel like you're completely on base because the season 4 part with like him and like Ezra finding his parents and Palpatine trying to deceive him, and then he's like, "No, I'm affirming what I just went through in this arc. I'm fighting for my found family."
Yeah,
which is one of the best moments in Rebels.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
I'd say also this arc kind of like really reinforces his relationship with Kanan, because he doesn't want to lose another dad. And especially in season 4, in that horrible episode that I hate so much, when he watches Kanan, you like, I think back to this episode of, he didn't see his biological father died, but he watched his mentor and for the most part, his father die like right in front of him. And I think that makes that scene a lot more impactful.
Yeah. And going with the theme of found family, and in the second episode, Leia is sent by Bail to give reinforcements to the Lothal rebels, and she ends up. We kind of figure out that Alderaan is known for losing their ships to other to the rebellion. Like how the Empire doesn't put 2 and 2 together beyond me, and I know the reason for it, because they don't really give a shit, because they don't They think they're more powerful than they really are. But Ezra and Leia connect a little bit. There's jokes thrown around of, oh, what she's about my age. Why does nobody listen to me? I have great ideas, right? And they kind of connect on a personal level. And then we see the scene where she walks in on him looking at the picture of his parents, right? So my final question with the story segment, dang it, I always do this. All right. Towards the end of this episode, Leia walks in on Ezra looking at a picture of him with his parents. How do you think she felt or was able to connect with Ezra not knowing her own biological parents?
I think Leia never really thought about like biological and adoptive parents until she found out. I think for Leia, she connected more with Ezra in the like, I know what it's like to not feel like you have a whole family, especially with what we saw in Kenobi.
Yeah. That's probably more accurate. The question wasn't very good, but that's okay. Anybody else got anything to add on that one?
Yeah, I think Leia, I mean, sort of what Alanis said, like there was multiple connections there, but in that scene specifically, I feel like Leia saw Ezra more as like a, oh, God, I'm so tired. I'm sorry. Like a similar soul, you know, like somebody who, not so much like a family relation or like, oh, his family situation is similar to mine, but more of like, oh, he's got this fire for the rebellion. Oh, he's going to lead people. Like she saw that in him, and that's where they aligned more. You know, it's not so much of what had happened to them via their families. It's more of like what they were doing with it and what they wanted to do with the people that they were leading and you know, that sort of thing.
No, yeah.
I hope that made sense.
It made a ton of sense. It made a ton of sense. Anybody got anything else to add on that? I mean,
I was gonna add on top of that is like I can imagine. Obviously, we saw like the connection to her like questioning about her biological parents at Kenobi, but I more or less see her being like, imagine that was like Bale and Brea. Obviously, she never went through that until A New Hope. Again, your spoilers for a 1977 movie, but still. Like I can imagine her like in that moment being like, what if it was Bale and Brea? Like what if I like went through something similar? Like that's why I think she was able to connect to Ezra on that level. Like obviously we see that in Kenobi, but I feel like that doesn't really play that much of a factor in that scene.
No.
Yeah, I would jump in there too and say I think another connection point was her just like realizing that they're both, yes, leaders, but at such a young age. So I think there was a little bit of like mourning their youth and that it was taken away because of circumstances, and kind of a kinship of, okay, yeah, you know what, we don't get to be kids. We're like, what, they're like 16-ish, 17, I don't know.
Yeah, around that age. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is young. Like when I was 11 and I was reading, you know, books, I was like, wow, 16 is so old. But now that I'm on the other side of that, I'm like, oh God, that's not old at all. So I do think there was a piece of that as well in there, in addition to we're really out here doing this, you know, we can do it because we believe in ourselves and we believe in the cause.
I think Ezra too is kind of at the beginning of all of this, where Leia is really experienced. So like it's more of a, yeah, they're young, but like, you know, they're both so sorry.
No, I got what you're saying.
Just my brain just stops working. But I'm trying to say that they're aligned. Never mind. Forget it.
Hey, my brain doesn't work and I don't have a baby. So I got you. I got you. Anything else, Liv and Jesse?
No, they said everything. Y'all did great.
All right. We're going to get into the lore of this episode. Jar, you want me to take it away? You should say take it away.
Let's do it.
Don't be too proud of this technological terror you've constructed. The ability to destroy a planet is insignificant next to the power of the Force.
And we are here for the lore segment of today's episode. So the lore segment today is about parents, as we have talked about a lot in the past few minutes. And this arc introduces the history of Ezra's mom and dad, Ephraim and Mira. As Luke said before, Star Wars has a very powerful parent and child dynamic, and that's what makes it so special. Some are good and some are bad. Some examples are Grogu and Din Djarin, Leia and Ben Solo, Obi-Wan and Anakin, Brendel and Armitage Hux, Luke and Vader, Bail and Leia, Sheev and his Strandcast son Dathan, and there's so many more. But if you could pick either one or two parents to raise you, who would you pick, and how do you think they would nurture you?
Alanis, you can't. Please don't pick Callus, because that's not a good answer.
No, I'm actually like genuinely thinking.
Callus can't be her dad because then Callus can't be her lover. So there's an issue.
Exactly.
Yeah, unless they want
There's
Leonard
no
Skinner
space,
playing in the background.
Alabama.
Well,
Yeah.
I
Or
would
just be. Okay, go ahead, Liz.
I
Boom,
think
boom, ba-dum.
to be my dad, because I don't know, he just seems so like down to earth, and I needed that as a kid. So yeah, Qui-Gon.
And then your mom.
Uh,
That.
I mean, you could just
Damn
say
it, the
Qui-Gon,
connotation
or
there
you can
just
go with a
didn't
mom,
sound good. Your mom.
or you could have
No,
two
hey.
dads, or
Two
two
dads.
moms. It's
Yeah,
up to you.
absolutely.
I'm trying to think of someone who would kind of go with Qui-Gon. I don't know.
Definitely Maul.
Maybe-
Kidding.
maybe- Oh, God.
Which half?
Me.
Get your Snoke toys; they're 50% off.
Oh, shit.
So Qui-Gon, and then who else?
Shmi Skywalker, I think. I think they do
Oh,
a pretty
Shmi.
good
Oh,
There you
I mean,
go. There you go.
I mean, when they
That's-
were in Mos
watching too
Espa, they
much
did
of
kind of have like a
Phantom
little bit of
Menace.
a.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
I think
I
that
mean,
is
that actually makes
quite a
sense.
nurturing
It makes a
home
lot of
that I
sense.
could have used.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's kind of brilliant because if you think about it, Shmi was Anakin's mom, and
Yeah.
Qui-Gon
They
was the
were
father figure that
definitely-
Anakin never got.
But here's the other
There
thing.
was
Here's
some
the other
sex
thing.
guys going on
Oh,
there.
absolutely.
Yeah.
There were some like Qui-Gon started asking. You know the answer. He goes, was there a father? And she goes, there was no father. And he goes,
He was like, score.
so no. He said, so you're saying there's a chance?
Yeah, Shmi and Qui-Gon definitely swiped right on each other.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
They just wanted to keep it
No
low key in
doubt
front of
about
the kid, you know.
Yeah. Hey. Not in front of the boy.
Not
I
in
have a
front of the
particular
boy.
set of skills.
Qui-Gon was the Wizard of Oz, so just like to throw that out there. Like he finessed, okay?
Kier.
I mean, I know we're talking about Rebels, but Kanan and Hera, like
I knew I was gonna say those two. You were
I
gonna pick those two.
know. They're space mom and space dad. They're so good together, and they care about their family and their kids, and they're just like yin and yang. They'd be great.
No,
Yeah.
that's a really good question though. That not a good question, but that's a really good answer because that is very true. I mean, talking about Rebels, like we all joke, like Hera, like she truly is the space mom.
Yeah.
The typical space
Yeah.
mom.
She's great.
Which she's just always there no matter what. Like she would be the mom taking the kids to like the soccer games, making sure that they had all their snacks, just making sure everybody had everything. And I love that comment though, Kier, because in the first episode, Kanan says she's been taking care of everybody before you and even me were around. So that's perfect. That answer right there is perfect. So, but
my heart
Jet-
is saying Palpatine because I
Ooh.
kind of want to be a nepo baby.
Oh my god, what is wrong with you?
I want to be a nepo baby so
Hey,
bad.
Hey, it might be wrong, but that's her prerogative.
You know,
Yeah.
if
I
the
just
best
wanna
he
be
can
a
do what the
nepo
best he
baby.
wants.
Yeah, I just like not. He would be an awful parent.
Absolutely. Are you kidding me?
Nah,
God damn,
guys,
the
come on.
power I would inherit.
Would that mean you have lightning powers though?
That's all I want.
Yeah.
All I want.
Better Call Saul clip
But would
intensifies.
you look like Palpatine though? Like, would you?
You know, for his power and money, I totally would. I'd give up
So
the
you would
looks.
look like a scrotum. You'd want to
I
look like a
honestly,
scrotum.
I would take that if it meant I never had to clock in for a shift again anywhere. I would take it.
And you could
I
have the
would
ability of
take
force
it.
lightning me, which
Yup.
is not great.
And
That's
health
worth
insurance.
anything, Luke.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's my
Do you
answer.
know those
Palpatine,
you know
but
those
only so I can be a nepo baby.
you know those Palpatines had that like when it's like the episode of The Office. I'm gonna go with the best plan. Michael, that's the most expensive plan. Like that's the Palpatines. It's like you get the soiree, you get everything, but
The fascism.
All the
yeah.
worst things, but you don't have to work.
No, that's fair. Char.
For my parents, I'd probably say Chewy, because if I wanted to like hug him, it would be very nice. And I'd probably go with my second parent will probably be Boba Fett, because one, there's two badasses,
Oh my god.
and I mean, I want to be a bounty hunter, so it's like I got one, who's a trained killer, and then I got one who's a fluffy, a fluffy boy. So
A fluffy killer.
You
yeah,
could just
I like my
Black
dogs.
Chrysanthemum and have both.
Oh, see,
yeah.
that's
See?
what I was gonna
No,
go
if
with.
Chewy's my dad, like I don't need a dog. I just have him. I can just pet my dad. And then I got Boba as my other dad, which he'll be like, "You want to shoot some cans?" I'm like, "Okay,
Oh
I will."
my
Pew pew.
What's wrong with you?
Not nothing. But yeah. But something came up. I'll be back in a bit.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll see you guys in a bit.
All right. See you in a
Bye.
bit.
Bye.
Ari, who are your parents?
Okay, I had a long time to think, put some good thought into this.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
First of all, Liv, 12 out of 10 parent choice. I
Thank you.
fully agree, but I can't say the same things. So I
We
think
could be sisters. It would be amazing.
true. Okay, so in one universe, Shmi and Qui-Gon, 100%. In another universe, I would like my dad to be my High Republic Phase 1 King, Loden Greatstorm. Gone but not forgotten. Yeah, rip my dad. But yes, I don't know what it was, but I just
the hair behind the ear as she says that. Rip my dad.
you know what? I have to cope with dramatics because I just love him so much. So yeah, I think Loden would be super great. I would love to get thrown off cliffs by him and all that good stuff. I think it would help me to grow as a person really quickly. And then for my mom, I don't know why, but something's telling me Maz Kanata. I just think that would be that would be like a vibe, I think. And
would be.
I don't know, like The Force Awakens, every time I see her, I feel safe watching her talk.
She's got grandma vibes.
She does. So maybe she's my grandma / mom. But I don't know. She makes me feel safe. So Maz Kanata and Loden Greatstorm, my parents.
No, that is epic. That is like all these choices
Quite
so
the
far
combination.
have been. Yeah, I mean,
it is.
We didn't specify any specifics, so you could do whatever you wanted.
There's no prerequisite. Oh no.
I mean, Alanis did pick Palpatine, so
I was gonna pick way worse, but then I thought maybe no.
I'm scared for what you're gonna.
My original thought was, okay, if some people are gonna say some crazy answers, maybe I could top this and go the Legends route and find crazy there. And that was too easy because I just thought of Abeloth and Vitiate. Like literally I would be the most overpowered creature ever. Like one thought, boom, Luke is finally gone. Like it would like
Jesse would be the ultimate edge.
And we're being specific here. He's not talking about me. He's talking about Luke Skywalker.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about you.
Oh, he's talking about me. On my birthday. Here we go.
Yeah,
Keep it going.
No, my real answer though, Leia, because I would be a good son and I wouldn't turn to the dark side. I would be everything Ben Solo wasn't, and that's a good character. That was a joke. That was a joke. I'm trying to trigger the Kylo fans. Anyway, I would be great. I would love it. Han Solo is not allowed to be my father, okay? That's an instant no. Gone. He would leave me alone. I think, oh wow, I didn't think about who I would have. The birds are trying to contribute and it's not helping. I didn't think this far ahead, guys. You know what? I only need Leia.
Honestly, true.
Malgus. Oh, you might kill me.
Can you imagine? Malgus and Leia as a couple.
What the hell would that be?
Work.
We know how Malgus treats the people he loves, so.
Jesus. No holes barred.
I was gonna just go with the basic bitch answer, but I don't know how to follow Jesse after that one.
I tend to have that effect on people.
Oh my god.
Hereth?
Okay, I'm surprised nobody said this as I said it before. And Kira went kind of the same route with a couple that already exist. Bill and Brea, come on, that's like the ultimate parents.
Yeah.
That was my serious answer.
Well, Alanis decided to screw with everybody and go with Palpatine because chaos is the ladder.
How dare you remember that and not me? I'm coming for you.
Jesse, you're already coming for me. Why do you need another excuse?
Only one Nightwing fan allowed.
No.
Funny answer. Hondo Anaka and Dexter Jetster.
Oh my god.
Real answer. I don't know. Padme would be a good choice. Hopefully she doesn't die of a broken heart. That'd be really tragic. Damn. But like I also think that like if Anakin hadn't turned to the dark side, he would have been a fantastic father.
Yeah.
So Luke.
I mean, it fits. Might as well.
You're so original. It's blown my mind.
I'm as basic as basic gets, okay? I am vanilla. I have been called vanilla, and there's a reason for that.
Not because of the Luke answer, but
well, duh. Well, all right. Well, we're done with lore. Char is done with lore unless he had a second one, but doesn't really fucking matter because he's not here. So, now it's time to get into interconnectedness. Hereth, you ready?
Yeah.
In my experience, there's no such thing as luck.
We really should have looked at all the answers for the chat. Forgot to do that.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to go through, or do you want us to wait?
Let's go for the chat. Go for the chat. Let's go for the chat.
All right. Let's look and see what everybody had. Hold on. Oh, I'm starting to get the hiccups here. That's not a good sign. Who's Semi? I'm assuming he meant Shmi.
No, just a semi truck.
Yeah,
Qui-Gon
in a semi truck.
Optimus Prime.
Optimus Prime. Autobots roll out. No, I'm sorry. I need to stop doing that. Chris says Qui-Gon and Tall. It's a good
I
one.
love Tall. Justice for
good
Tall.
one. Yeah, Justice for Tall. Kenny changes his answer to Qui-Gon and Dooku. That is an interesting duo. But anyway. There we go. Jesus. My God. Anyway. Boss Nass. Oh yeah, Boss Nass is a big fan of Jesse.
Yeah, Boss Nass. I love that guy. He's a real one.
I can tell you right now, Captain Typho as a dad would have been a really good choice. But I can also tell you that Pat would have chose Senator Chuchi.
But I mean, Typho's already a father. Go read Queen's Peril.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh no, it's Panaka. Shit.
Did it again. Fuck you. You gave me shit about that a few months ago. Fuck you.
Karma.
Karma is a bitch, and it's my birthday, so.
Luke, I have a revelation to you. Boss Noss is Brayden.
No, I know.
Oh, Jesse, you ruined the opportunity. I was going to make a really good joke saying he loved Clone Force 99, but you, Jesse.
Oh, I was gonna say that. But then I stopped myself. Darth Maul, and Sienna Tyre. Oh, I don't know how to say that.
I agree. That's a good answer.
Really? Like, what is
Yes.
that?
Darth Maul is one of the most wholesome Sith Lords ever.
Would he do the dishes?
Yes. Yes, he would.
Interesting. Kenny asked why no one said Obi-Wan and Satine.
Because Satine's dead.
Yeah. Not to be a downer, but that's kind of the reason
Aren't
why.
a lot of our answers dead? Let's be 100% honest here.
That's fair. That's very fair.
I simply could not have Obi-Wan as my father. I could have him as a daddy, not a father.
No. Oh my God. We did not need that.
I thought Crosshair was the daddy.
No, I'm waiting to see how this season ends before he gets that
I'm gonna
title.
go. I can't say what I want to say on YouTube, or else we'll get taken down. So we're just gonna go past that. Obi-Wan and Siratachi. That's an interesting one.
Oh, that one's good. I like that one.
Lando and Sana Staros. That's a really good one too. Lando would be a great dad. I mean, he's looking for his
He is a
kid.
great dad. Look at Shadow of the Sith.
Dad. He's a fantastic father. But thanks everybody, and I guess we're canceling Hereth. For once, it's not me. Great.
Hey, Luke can get saved for runs on his birthday. Woo, I guess I'll just take the fire on this one.
Let's go.
Well, you're still getting dragged through fire at Celebration. Anyway, let's go.
Anyway, Hereth, interconnectedness.
All right. So, again, throughout all of Star Wars, we have seen plenty of Force visions that end up driving the plot. How does Ezra's vision and legacy differ from the other ones we have seen in Star Wars?
It has a loath cat, and I love it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Mood.
I feel like the Jeopardy theme should just play.
I'm like replaying it in my
Copyright.
They can't copyright my voice.
They can. They will.
So terrible that they can't. It's different from the others because it's not, but it is. You know what I mean?
Maybe it's more like riddly. Like he has to interpret it a bit more.
Yeah, that's kind of true because Anakin's are very much straightforward.
Yeah.
So is Luke's.
Yeah, and so are Luke's.
Mary Sue's. They don't have to work for anything. I think Ezra's is different because it's not really like the typical vision is showing you something that could happen or that you could find. And like Ezra's is not something you can like go and see it yourself. It's trying to tell you something that's already happened. It's trying to give you a hidden message because it's not like Ezra said, it's not straightforward at all. Like there's not just someone who's like, yo, your parents are dead. Like you should go help now. It's very much like what's going on? Like, why am I here? Why am I seeing this? And it's hidden in this kind of dreamscape of Lothal, kind of trying to tell him like, hey, there's something that you need to find out, and maybe a vision isn't the best way to find out.
Yeah, I mean, like we always hear in the Star Wars universe, the Force works in mysterious ways.
This time it just was mysteriously enough to give him closure.
Yeah. Anybody got anything else to add on that one?
All right. This next question is here for the birthday boy Luke and also Jesse. I had to add this one for Jesse. Jesse, you'll understand when I answer this question. With the now added context of Kenobi and Leia, Princess of Alderaan, How do you view this episode? Okay, the reason why I had to make sure was because I was like, I'm pretty damn sure Leia Princess Alderaan happens before this episode, and it's like barely by like a week. So,
oh shit, is it really that close?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that it was that close.
Well, because she's 16 in the book and she's 16 in this episode.
Because the episode is 3 BBY.
Interesting.
Which, by the way, if you haven't read Leia and you're watching this right now, or you're sitting on this panel, I'm looking at whoever hasn't read it. Go read it, please.
I'm pretty sure
It is
everybody.
really good.
I'm pretty sure everybody has read it.
Bless.
Wait, Hereth, you haven't read that?
I've had it.
Whoa.
Why? What are you doing?
Yeah,
I've had other
outta
books
here.
I've been busy with.
No.
It's on my short to read list like forever.
I don't gatekeep very much, but you what the fuck, man?
Okay,
That
so any
is like-
Claudia Gray book is automatically on the next to read list, and then new books come out, and then they jump to the top.
Hey, excuses are like
I'm
assholes.
just gonna sit
We
here
all
like
got
this
it.
the whole time.
Hey, Luke, not cool, man. Not cool, man.
Because I am
Just
old.
the whole
I
time.
am old.
No.
Anyway.
You can't throw that shit after what happened in that text message.
Hey, I can do what I want.
God damn it.
Anyway, no, sorry for derailing that question, but thoughts.
You know, Chris, I just gave you a freebie. You know, this is the best way to look at it.
Chaos is a ladder.
Yeah, I gotta put this down. It's hurting my arm. I actually have thoughts about this beyond just everyone should read Leia. But I think if anyone else wants to say anything, please go before me.
I think the floor is yours.
Oh no. Okay. Literally, like, if you didn't cry anything Leia, like, I don't know what's going on, guys. I cry for everything Leia. And this episode after, because it aired when? Way before, like, before the Leia book came out.
Yeah,
right?
it came out before the Leia book.
2016.
Leia
Oh,
book
yeah, because this came out 2017.
because it
so,
was during the journey to the Last Jedi.
Sorry, there's birds. I'm trying to get them to be quiet, but they can't hear me.
It's okay.
So I think. Can you repeat the question? Sorry, I'm sorry.
It's with the now added context of Kenobi and Leia, Princess of Alderaan. How do you view this episode now?
I think I'm gonna try not to spoil the book.
You can go. Has everyone else read it on here before Jesse goes? Because I honestly don't care about spoilers.
No,
Liv, also gonna have to gatekeep you right now, man.
I'm
you
gonna
gotta
have to
read the
like
book.
I'm gonna tiptoe around. So like with the book, like it's kind of the stepping point out of the whole plot of the book. Like Leia is no longer just like the kid running around the palace. Like she's not just little baby Leia. I mean, she never really was. We saw how she stood up to her cousin in Kenobi. She showed him how it was, okay? Like Leia has always been on top. And now but when she hits 16, like it's a completely different story. And she actually has to step into more like leadership. And this episode really kind of like with the context of Kenobi, like what she's been through, and then with Leia, like we see that Leia is more than ready to be a leader just based on those two things alone. Because like sorry, I'm really trying to collect my thoughts, but I love this episode so much. Just like I hate English. I hate it so much. I'm trying to think of the word. Okay, so this episode really for me, it's just after all that, like seeing what she's been through, this episode really is just like the pushing forward for Leia. It's not just like a Rebels like filler episode with a cameo. It's also like a continuation of Leia's story to show that she is now becoming the leader we see her as in A New Hope. She has earned this, and this is her first few steps into leadership, and she's ready to take on the Empire in whatever way she can. Like we see in Princess of Alderaan, she learns about the rebellion. That's kind of like a tiny spoiler. Like she learns that there is a rebellion and that there are people involved, and she wants to do something. And this episode bringing us out of that shows that she is doing it like right away. She's on the forefront of this. She is at the heels of the Empire saying, look, people need help and I'm going to help them. And even if they can't know it's me, I'm going to do it. And even with Kenobi, like we see Leia as this kid who wants to do it. Like she wants to help still. Like she's like, what, 10? And she's ready to do it. She's ready to be a leader. And this episode just kind of brings everything about Leia in shows. She is strong. She is like ready for anything. It proves that women do it best in like everything. Like they know how to lead better than us, like we do, because we like. Oh, I'm gonna cry. I literally love Leia so much, bro.
Yeah,
It's just too much.
Jesse.
Because
No,
I
we
was
love it.
not
We love it.
context behind this. I got up at 5 a.m. to go to work, and I had like 30 minutes before I had to leave, and I was just like, "All right, what am I gonna make for interconnectedness?" I was like, "Oh, let me look up the canon media timeline of Princess of Alderaan because I'm pretty damn sure it already happened." And I was like, "Yes, it did. I'm gonna throw this in for Jesse because I know it's his favorite Star Wars book." And I was like, and then Kenobi on top because Luke's birthday. I have to kind of be nice sometimes.
Well, I mean, what are everybody else's thoughts on like it? If we do look at Leia, if we look at Leia as a whole arc, from obviously where she is, like with the other media involved, do you think they got her character right? Did it feel like Leia when you were watching it?
Yeah. Very much New Hope, Leia taking charge right off the bat. Just girl bossing it.
Yeah, the one thing I really liked is when they're talking about how they can't get the ships because of all these different reasons. And then Leia's like, stop telling me why you can't get them and start telling me like how we're going to get them. That to me was just like, I was like, oh my God, that's just so Leia. In every instance that we see her, whether it's 10-year-old Leia in Kenobi, like she has that attitude in the show. In Princess of Alderaan, she has that attitude 100% that really pops out of the pages to me. All the way through the original trilogy into Bloodline, which is another really great Leia book by Claudia Gray as well. Like, and then into the sequel trilogy, like every single time we see Leia, it's like, okay, so what are we going to do about it? Because we're going to get this done and we're going to figure stuff out because that's just what we do. There's no time, there's no room to not do what we need to do. And that was evident in this as well. So it's nice to see her character consistent pretty much across all of her media that I've consumed, which I think is all of it. I'm pretty sure I'm not missing anything. So yeah, this episode just felt like it fit right in with who she is.
Absolutely. I think it was nice to also see her be in charge, and personally loved it that the men were always 2 steps behind her. Kanan included, like just not quite getting the plan, and she wasn't mean to them, but she was like, come on, this is what we're doing. Get with the program, which is also very Leia. So that was fun for me too.
The scene that's just flipping through my head as like you guys are talking about this is the scene in Kenobi when Obi-Wan's like, you trust me? You trust her. And then he goes out and like deals with Reva because like that's just pure Leia. It's like even as 10-year-old, she was gaining the respect of others.
No, yeah. And I love, and I feel like in any media, and I feel like when you're dealing with Leia, I feel like you have to go back and you have to kind of really ground yourself into Carrie's performances, because she did do a lot of things in her performance, like for A New Hope, for example, when she said Governor Tarkin, when she did the snarkiness. That was something that she ad-libbed in from because she was doing classes in London at the same time, and she just so happened to do it, and George loved it. And it's just when we think of Leia, I think the main thing is that she does take charge, because she does do it from a very young age, and she gets that from her biological parents, and she gets it from the Organas as well. It's more ingrained.
I was about to say, if you don't respect the Organas, I was going to come find you in Nebraska.
No, it's all 4 of her parents. I mean, we look at Padme, we look at Anakin. They're very headstrong. They're very much, we're going to take charge in a lot of these situations. And so is Bail and Breha. So it's like, those are like the characteristics, I think, that they really nailed with this episode, and what they do consistently well with Leia when it's other media as well, because Carrie is the character. Like there can always be a voice actor for multiple projects playing Leia, but there is only one Leia, and that is Carrie. But yeah, Char's was gonna be back. But we're gonna jump to ranking the episode, and then we'll get into his 3 interesting facts.
Well, I thought we were gonna pull Pep's comment. I thought that was gonna be our thing to stall for time.
Well, okay, we can do that. Pep says if you read the Leia book, you'll understand that Leia has just stepped into the leadership role prior to Rebels, and how she's been preparing for this indirectly her whole life, which she has been. That's very true. And he says, including shaping the direction of the rebellion with her exchanges with Bail and Breha. Well, for those that haven't read the book, like it's very, their relationship is rocky some points in this book, but when they eventually when they eventually are able to open up and tell her the whole thing, she's full in, she's all in. Like she's not 1 foot in, 1 foot out. She's all in, and I feel like that's a very important characteristic for Leia as well.
I think something that's important too is not just like you look at a lot of leadership in Star Wars, and like Palpatine was a good leader in some senses, you know. No offense, Alanis, for your daddy. I'm just saying, like, Leia was more than just like a leader. She had that spark, right? She had that calm presence. She commanded respect. There was something to her, and something to Carrie Fisher as well. But like something I think that Ezra also has, where it just inspires people. Like they just walk into a room and they just have that. They can make you feel like the only person in the room, right? Like a good leader, a good person has that kind of connection. And that's something that Leia has. I think that's why, even if you look in the sequels, Rise of Skywalker, like why she puts out the call, why people are called to Leia. Like they want to help the galaxy, but you need those people, you need those leaders who are more than just leadership, who have that je ne sais quoi or whatever it is that makes you want to follow them. And Leia has that. And that's something that's rare and special. And I love that Star Wars media focuses more and more on that, with her being a woman, rather than just being like, I have the Force and therefore I'm special. You know, there's more to that.
No, yeah, and you see that a lot in Resistance Reborn, though, Kier, as well.
Yeah, totally.
She has connections to other, and they follow her because she is so respected.
Yeah.
She's not only the last princess of Alderaan, she is also a senator. She's a former senator. Her father is well known. She is a war hero from the rebellion. Like those stories that were told of the big three of Han, Luke, and Leia and their adventures and what they accomplished. Like that's also notoriety. And the fact that she was never Chancellor blows my fucking mind. Like I get Mon Mothma, she did a lot for the rebellion and everything, but the next choice should have been Leia. And the fact that she never was in that role. But the other thing is that during Bloodline, she doesn't really want that role.
No, she's just like.
That's what I was just gonna say. I don't think Leia, she's ever wanted it. She's
Yeah.
probably thought about it, but I don't think.
Well, I think
she could have done what she's done and does if she was Chancellor, right?
Especially in Bloodlines, she would not have been able to start the Resistance.
Because I mean, in that book, she's like contemplating. She's like, I could do it, but do I really want to? Like, she would have knocked it out of the ballpark. Like, she would have been perfect.
Yeah,
but she just
also. One thing that I always think about when it comes to Leia, because again, a lot of thought is just going through my mind at this moment. I remember back when we did the They Fly Now episode for Leia, because we did a Leia episode for They Fly Now. Brooke absolutely hit an amazing point that I always think about when I watch the sequel trilogy, which is Rey and Leia's connection because of both of their pasts as being similar, i.e., both having dark history that the galaxy hates them for because of their father figures. So Leia is able to indirectly like connect to Rey because she's like, no, I know what you're going through. When this comes out, I'm going to be with you. I'm going to make you ready for that moment. So it's just like, again, that's why I always love like each of the original trilogy characters having a mentorship to Rey, but I always felt like Leia was the strongest of the three.
I was just going to say off of Kier's point, because I thought it was amazing, that in the sequel trilogy, still, like, Leia is that symbol of hope. Like, Leia is very much who people look to. Like, if the resistance was led by just some other person, like there would have been a group, but she is that spark. And I think that also carries into the redemption of Ben, showing that there was no other person with that kind of fire that could have done it. It was at the end, so many people tried, but it was Leia who did it. And it was Leia who, like, at the mention of Leia, Luke was on fire to protect her because she was so important. Like, she was such a figure in the galaxy of just like love, honestly, like hope and love and just prosperity, because she brought with her like all that. She was the symbol of everything good. And I just like that point was just, I love that even in the sequel trilogy, like 30 years later, she still has that same impact. When they put out that call, it's Leia. Like, I loved that point so much. I think it was just so amazing. And Leia is like the perfect symbol of the rebellion and of resistance and of just hope in the galaxy, no matter what role she's in, no matter what faction she's in. And I think, like Luke said, it can be attributed to both her parents, but I think especially like Bail and Padme both are really good. Mainly Padme, I gotta say, she's very much like her mother.
Oh yeah, she's no bit like reading the Queen's, like the Breha section to Queen's Hope. Just as like, god damn it, like reading that and then watching Kenobi, like that, like when we saw Alderaan for the first time, like with actually not being destroyed, rip, like that last section of Queen's Hope is what went through my mind when I was watching that for the first time. I was just like,
Also, the way that you got destroyed at the Padme name drop, that was
okay.
like, that was the thing that
Padme
stunned
and
you.
and Padme and yeah, the Anakin, yeah, but Char's
What's up?
back.
What's up?
Jump scare!
Come here!
Man, wow, jump scare. He's still loading for me. So,
I'm still
Char.
loading for you?
No, you're good.
Okay,
hold on.
good.
I'll do the.
Do I sound all right?
Yeah, you sound great. All right, ready?
3 interesting facts about a certain Rebels arc that you didn't know about until now.
Oh God.
Oh.
Char.
I'm waiting for it.
Char.
He's gonna jump scare us. I feel it.
I swear to God, this is not the time or the place. Char.
Oh.
God damn it! Fuck. Okay, go.
Okay, I'm trying to like switch tabs, but I can't, like, because
you didn't memorize them?
You have to memorize it on the spot.
You gotta do it right now, Char.
The pressure is on.
Oh God.
Is the anticipation gonna make it better
wait,
or worse?
hold
That's
on,
the prediction.
Hold on. I got something. Hold on. This is always a classic.
We need to grab a guillotine and find whoever made that question.
You're under arrest, you piece of crap. You ain't never getting out of prison.
Every chance you get. Every single chance.
I didn't deserve that.
No, I was just yeah. There was dead space there.
Okay, unbelievable. So, can I actually like slide out here? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So now I can actually say the facts now. Okay. Part 16, the Leia arc addiction. Or addition. I said addiction.
Addiction? Why is Leia an addiction?
The Leia arc addition.
It's a really hard rebellion. She's
Fact 1. Fact 1. A connection to Stila Guerrera. Ryder Azadi's rifle is a modification of Stila Guerrera's sniper rifle prop from the Clone Wars. Fact 2. Revenge of the Sith coming back once again. The clasp holding Leia's hair together is based on shapes seen on Bail Organa's wardrobe in Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Fact 3. Vader's line coming into fruition. In this episode, we get to see Leia on one of her so-called mercy missions that Darth Vader mentions in the original Star Wars. And there you have it. Those are the 3 interesting facts about the Leia arc.
Good job, Char. All right.
Was that good? Was that good? Are you proud of me?
Proud of you, bestie. Proud of you,
Oh,
I could have just
bestie.
not.
No.
I could have just not come back, but I did because I'm a proud
You came
co-host.
through.
I'm a good man.
We had to stall for time. It took.
That's okay.
Oh, really? Okay. I mean,
We were blowing.
Hey.
There was blowing up in my shit.
hey, at
but
least
that's
you
okay.
didn't stall for nothing. How
No,
about that?
but so this is the rankings: bad ensign, okay, lieutenant, good captain, great admiral, chef's kiss, grand admiral. Here. You're muted.
You're muted, bestie.
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Grand Admiral is what I was saying. It's a huge episode as far as Rebels go. It's the, I think, mid-season premiere in season 2. It has Leia. It has Ezra. It's inspiring. I really like this arc.
Absolutely. The Ari.
The Ari would give this also a Grand Admiral. Yeah, it's just, I think it's huge for both Ezra and Leia. Like, it's a turning point for Ezra, and then it's just a reinforcement of who Leia is, and for me, why I love her so much. So, Grand Admiral from the Ari.
Nice. Liv?
I will do an admiral. Like you both said, I think it's a huge episode, but it's so much like quieter almost than like the big episodes we think of for Rebels. And that really hits like it's supposed to. So
Jesse?
I'd give it a Grand Admiral, just because like I said in my very chaotic rant, just like it really does carry off of what I love about Princess of Alderaan, just like putting Leia into the leadership role, and it really just helps me to see the continuation from that book into like A New Hope and the original trilogy, and who we know Leia as the strong and powerful leader who inspires everyone. And also just beyond Leia, like it really shows that Ezra is evolving as well. He is becoming like the Jedi we see at the end of the series, like someone who cares for other people and is able to like put his past behind him to put the like struggles of others in front of him so he can help them more. So Grand Admiral for that.
Alanis?
Admiral. There's only like 4 episodes in all of Rebels that get my Grand Admiral status.
Yeah, and they're all fucking Thrawn or Callus.
There's no telling yet which ones.
I know
but,
for sure.
I can
honestly,
guess.
But honestly, Admiral 100%. Anything with Leia is just phenomenal.
Hereth?
I know our guests say this a lot, but I wish I could just go an in between tier between Grand Admiral and Admiral. Like I'm like going back and forth.
Hereth, we're Siths. We deal in absolutes. Pick one or the other.
High Admiral.
That's an absolute statement. So Admiral.
Chart.
It's a great Admiral for me. I mean, anything with Leia is always like top tier, and I've been saying this every single time that I've been on the show that every single arc that we cover centers around one character particularly, and this time had Ezra's spotlight, and hearing the history about his parents Ephraim and Mira and what they gone through, and to see what life that Ezra's been living from the aftermath of losing his parents, it's super sad but also inspirational in a way to see how well he handled it, to be like, all right, I got through this, but I have people to take care of. So it's a Grand Admiral for me.
I'm gonna say Grand Admiral as well.
So yeah, Hereth and Alanis. Boom!
That's how it's just not even just us.
Would have been unanimous. We were so close to great.
Hey Char, you were the one that pushed me to Admiral. I blame you.
Anyway, that's going to be the end of the episode. I will start with Jesse. Where can the good people follow you?
You can follow me on Twitter at Mentally Ill Sith if you want some random tweets about whatever I'm hyper fixated on at the time, and on TikTok at Mentally Ill Sith Lord, where you might see the series finale of Gon Katine sometime this year.
There you go. Little tease, little tease. Liv?
You can find me at Kyber Crystal Designs on Instagram and TikTok. I'm working on a few costumes right now. Not Star Wars related, but there will be some very soon. So.
There you go. The Ari?
The Ari can be found at Millennium Pod _ on Twitter and Instagram.
Kier?
I'm Mandalorian at Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter.
And Alanis?
Not a Kyber on everything, and you can listen to me at Sith Face Podcast, where podcasts are downloaded, whatever. You can also subscribe to our YouTube, which is Sith Face Media.
Hereth?
And go ahead and check her out on Discovering the Galaxy.
Oh, thanks, Char.
I never
that
forget.
too.
Hereth, where can people follow you?
You can find me at the backseat of Char's car. All jokes aside, you can find me at Hereth Productions on TikTok and Instagram, Hereth_edits on Twitter, Hereth on Hive, and here on Pod Ones.
Charge RJ, where can the good people follow you on the social medias?
Good people can find me on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at CharJ, as spelled right. My hand can't reach. No.
Yeah, the W.
Right there. And you can find me here at the Pod Ones podcast every Thursday night as we cover our Star Wars Rebels rewatch. Next week, I'm forgetting what the arc is called. Luke, do you mind if you?
Yeah, I'll look at it. Hold on. Give me a second.
Char, we expect you to memorize it.
It is. The Protector of Concord Dawn.
So yeah, we'll be getting into Fen Rao next week. So
W.
That spotlight will be on Sabine. And you can find us here or me here for more content coming in these next few weeks or months.
Yeah. And you can find us at the Pod Ones on all social medias. I'd just like to thank everybody. I know this episode was a little bit longer than usual, and I appreciate you all sticking through it. Thank you, everybody, for the birthday wishes. It'll definitely be one that I will remember for a while. So
don't worry, look, with age you'll forget it.
Yeah, because apparently I am 120 with Char's going
462.
You're about the same age as Palpatine in The Rise of Skywalker, which is
awesome.
119. Yeah.
Anyway, with that, on to the next one for Light and for Life.
We are all the Republic.
And may the corn be with you.
Always.
Good
See you
God.
guys.